Oh, trust me, I'm well aware.
Babe, I'm breaking up with you. It's not you, you are Poggers. It's me, I'm Omega Lol. I'm sorry if this is Pep Hands, but it has to be done. I've just been feeling Pepega and our relationship has been weird champ for months. It's time to end it, no Kappa.
Ripple, no, you can't do this to me. Not like this. Ripple, I can't. We could talk about this. Oh no, he's going away. No, no. He's back to where he's supposed to be. Good. No drop frames. Last stream, I streamed on Saturday and had a hell of a time. I had to switch back. I see. And that's all we're gonna say about it. Gonna need to be having an outfit that fits the occasion, right? So, I think we could change right into this. Why is it T-posing? No, it was ruined. No, I don't like that, sir. It's me. I'm Destiny. I just moved left and right this entire match. And right.
You're going up and down.
And left. And right.
This is like the one game that's like really bad for me because oh god.
Oh no, I can't go left, right.
We got pushed.
And right. And left.
So, by the way, Psychic, yeah,
And left.
Fenric won. Right at the end.
Yeah.
Right at the end of Jeopardy.
This is definitely gonna be bad, but like, I already had the charge, so why not? Destroy 5 cars in 5 seconds? Oh, I didn't know that was a trophy. That's interesting. And no one died. Good.
Well, well, well. Looks like we're starting early.
Ignore that.
Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Leachukta. If you don't know me, I'm a trans variety YouTuber who loves to play a variety of games. And we were on a starting soon? Oh, okay, that sounds weird. We're on a starting soon, but because of that lovely raid, we're gonna go ahead and start a little bit early. We started late anyway, so perfectly fine to start early. But pretty much, excuse me. We'll just play random games. Like today, we're playing another Crab's Treasure. On Monday, I had played Banjo-Kazooie, and I just pretty much keep consistently going with random games that I'm just really in the mood to play, as long as it doesn't contain some bullshit like Gen AI and stuff like that. So, yeah. I pretty much watched almost all of the stream that I was awake for. I did take a fat nap, but I did watch whatever I could, and it was very entertaining. Be sure to give the bestie some love. He is a very good streamer, even though he might not admit it. He is very good. Sometimes I consider him better than me even, but you know, opinions, but still. But yeah, before we go ahead and get into talking about the game and everything, I do have a lovely trailer to show everyone that kind of gives everyone a gist as to what I do on my streams. So why don't we go ahead and check that out? Hi there, I'm Chuckton. I'm a trans variety VTuber. Welcome to the stream, and here's what you can expect. Ripple, I can't, we could talk about this. Oh no, he's going away! No, no! What do you mean I'm about to fight a house? Run, 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 run. Pet the dog. Run, 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 run. Oh, God. I just glitched it out.
A, X, and whatever the upside down W. M. That's an M. Like, what if I did shoot a gun now?
It's me. I'm Destiny.
I love the weird, like, gel icing they use on ice. What the fuck happened to your mouth?
Oh, whose dead man is this?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that and give me a follow. Thank you for any support and joining me on my journey. Alrighty, so what happened to my VTuber? I literally just fixed it. There we go. Chance, if you gotta go ahead and do your lovely post-stream stuff, go ahead and eat, take a nap, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and do that, and I'll be sure to take care of your lovely community. So today, like I mentioned, we are playing another Crab's Treasure. So we started this in September and maybe even August, but we started them one of those months. Excuse me. And so in October, we decided to take a break from it. The only Souls-like I was really playing was Silksong in October, but I was playing a bunch of other different horror games like Silent Hill 2 Remake, Dead Space Remake, Resident Evil 8, so on and so forth. Like, we played a good bit of games. But unfortunately, Another Crab's Treasure kind of took a sideline, really, because of focusing on solely horror stuff. So I had planned for it to come back in November. November came and went very quickly. Especially didn't help that the first couple weeks of November, I just couldn't stream. Not first couple weeks, last couple weeks, outside of the final week. I just couldn't stream because of after my birthday stream on November 9th. I had went to go stream the Wednesday after, so the day after my actual birthday, and I just didn't have internet, like good internet. It would very much be dropping out, dropping frames. Long story short, my modem died and we had to switch to fiber internet, which, yay, fiber internet, but damn, sucks we had to do that. But we didn't really stream as much as I wanted to, so it didn't come back. December was December. I kind of like picked and choose what I wanted for the month, so it didn't come back then, but I very much am committed to beating this game because I really do want to try and actually beat every game that I introduce on the channel. Maybe I don't do it for all the time. Maybe sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I just kind of want to do this as like a one-off, or do this as... I completely forgot to unmute the music. Sorry about that. I kind of like don't really vibe with the game enough to really finish on stream. But for the most part, I do want to try and like finish the actual games that I start on my stream. So yeah, we are back with another Crab's Treasure today. So to kind of re-summarize for myself what's going on. So we are a crab that got a tax that he didn't even know about. And because of evading taxes, in a sense, his shell was taken. He goes into the ocean to get the shell back. He goes to a queen who is introducing the taxes, and the queen's like, well, if you do this for me, sure, we could get it arranged to get your shell back. And then there's this evil gunk all around that is turning fish into crazy monsters, basically. So they go ahead, so we do the task with the queen, come back, the queen herself and a lot of her guardsmen are infected with that crazy ooze, so we have to essentially kill her. And then we go to the big city. The big city is very much a high versus low kind of deal. Oh, Spoosie and a 10 watch stream streak. That's awesome. Thank you for that, Spoosie. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the viewage. So, the big city is very much a high versus low kind of deal, where the high is very much in luxury. They very much are like rich and posh, like ho 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 type deal. While the bottom is doing their best. They're very like not in a great situation, very poor unfortunately, but still also again trying to do the best they can and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden a box lands in the center of the city in the top portion, where they are essentially led to believe that there is a big treasure hunt to do because of what's on the back of the box that shows like X marks the spot, go find the treasure. And we had started to collect all the parts of the map that were missing from the box. And then I'm pretty sure that's really all we left it at. I think we collected all the pieces. We're like, oh, let's look at here. And then this big mob boss type dude was like, hey, fuck you. We are not gonna let you rain on our turf and get this treasure. But our little crab friend is like, hey, fuck you back, because I want my shell. Because we met a trader who has the shell and is like, hey, you get me that treasure, you get your shell. So I'm pretty sure that's exactly where we left it as, pretty much. I don't really know what else really happened. So everyone is pretty much on the agenda to try and get this treasure in their own sense. And we're trying to get it so that we could get our shell, while also meeting a bunch of wacky characters and fun boss fights / Souls-like elements, etc. Join the YouTube chat says, I've been hearing a thing about potential cold front for my area. The bad news is there may also be sleet, which is bad for the grid. Power outages in the winter are not fun. I had heard, so, you know, I don't make it a secret. I'm in Arizona, but I keep up with a few of the peeps that I grew up with in Pennsylvania, and he had one of our friends had messaged one of our group chats saying that apparently this coming Sunday and Monday has the potential to get around 13 to 16 inches of snow. That is probably the most snow that I've heard going into Pennsylvania in like years, maybe even since I've moved to Arizona. Like, it's been that long. So to hear that is like absolutely insane. I could be wrong, but as far as I remember hearing, it's like insane. It's always been interesting to me that it's like, oh, you know, November and December, like, oh, that's the winter because, you know, that's when you're having the fun holidays and the extra stuff and everything. And like, oh, it's all revolving around snow. But for like the later portion of my life, the last, I want to say 8 years that I was in Pennsylvania, it pretty much was all, maybe even longer. I'm just misremembering, but it pretty much was at least in Pennsylvania, where October was fall. And then it slowly transitioned into November cold. It wasn't snowing, but it was cold. And then December would roll around and it would be even colder, but it still wouldn't snow. But then in January and February, it's like, damn, okay, all the snow that would have been spread out across the other months is just happening in this month. And it was insane. Yeah, I think I reflected enough on Another Crab's Treasure. I have no idea how I'm going to be doing at this. I pretty much say, like, we're probably going to get our ass kicked a lot. It is a Souls-like, and I am going into a Souls-like about, I want to say, again, we started in September, maybe even August. So if we did start in August, September, October, November, December, January. So we started this at 4 to 5 months ago. And then for 3 of those months, I completely took a break. So no idea how I'm actually going to be doing at this. I feel like I feel like it's going to be very much a we're going to get our ass kicked type deal. So we'll see though. All right. Now I did get worried because I did go ahead and so I pretty much wanted to dust my computer off. I didn't do it fully. Okay, that's that button. I didn't do it fully. Okay, so I gotta do the hook finger for this game. That's right. It is a Souls-like. Square does what? Okay, the ability of the shell. That's right. That's right. X jumps, triangle. I think it's just the pickup button. Well, okay. All right. Bet. All right. I'm remembering. Oh, I don't think I noticed that there was a lot of references to random things around here. I don't think I noticed the fact that this was like a CVS pharmacy like reference, which makes sense because the whole joke being that CVS's receipts are disgustingly long for almost no reason. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, so I was saying I did try to pretty much dust off my computer. I am having issues with like motivation, I'll be honest, but also not even just motivation, just in general of, I'll be honest, my computer case is, oh, cat, puppy. The hell is going on there? Oh, it's a hat. Okay. Negative puppies. I don't think I really looked in depth to these. Kitty. Okay, back. Back to what I'm trying to say, and I should finish the story before I get into anything. So, my computer case is 50 pounds, and the computer case I have is, it's the Asus ROG Strix. I forget the full name of it, but it's basically like that line. But it's like the ultimate gamer like case, like bullshit advertising like that, right? So I bought this. So in, 2020, COVID was hitting. I was in a very fortunate spot that I did not need the extra stimulus money. At least I thought so at the time. That was given because of the stimulus checks and everything that happened. So I was like, you know what? I think it's time that I get a new PC case because I was running a 1080 at the time, and I could barely fit the 1080 into that case, the case I had originally. Okay, it's that button. And so, oh, I shouldn't be back here. And so I was like, you know what? If I'm going to upgrade to another graphics card at some point, I really should get a new case because I need one that'll actually fit the graphics card instead of like just not doing that, right? So I went ahead and looked at PC cases. I was looking at ones that were recommended, and the OG Strix one was like pointing out to me, and I was like slowly, like before I started like very much not enjoying Asus as a company with their products and stuff like that for the most part. I was like, you know what? I am kind of getting into Asus. Like, I have not a power supply. What do I have from them? A motherboard from them, and I was gonna slowly but surely kind of like at one point make all of my... Why is that? Oh, that's awesome. Not nearly as good as the shell I have, but that's awesome. I wonder if that's like a press F to pay respects kind of reference. Anyway, so I was gonna kind of slowly transition my whole PC setup to be like very Asus oriented. And I haven't done that because, you know, Asus's reputation tanked themselves in the last couple of years for the most part. But also money. But the OG Strix is like looking like a really good case. I was like, okay, maybe that's the one we go with. And here's the thing, right? It's specifically, the case specifically markets itself as a medium case, which a medium case is supposed to be average size for anyone who is getting into the PC building market, so that it's not disgustingly big if you don't need all that space, but at the same time, it's not too small so that you could carry all like the standard parts, like what's called ATX parts and stuff like that, instead of having to get mini series stuff like mini ATX and like all these other respective things that are very small. So I was like, okay, perfect. If it's a medium case, it'll be a perfect size, and that should be fine. And then I get the case, and it's fucking huge. And I'm like, okay, well, shit, that sucks. So, but instead of just returning it, I was like, you know what? I'll just keep it. What's the worst that'll happen? So, it's not great to dust because in my room. It's not great to dust anything in your room because it just spreads dust around and not really much else. So, having to dust it, I either need to drag it out of my room, move it to another room, or just bring it outside. I am not physically fit. As much as my VTuber may seem like that, I in real life am not physically fit. So carrying 50 pounds is not great. That's kind of why on my phone I have a PC case as an option for people to buy me, because I really would like a new case by this point to just kind of start fresh. It would be a smaller case, but not big enough to absolutely destroy my body if I need to like lift it out and dust it and everything like that. It is rough. So I did try yesterday to pretty much just dust it off as minimal as I could, but also as much as I could, in the sense of just getting dust out of it. And yeah, that was something. I don't really remember why I started this story. But pretty much that was my day yesterday. So heat wise, I think everything should be okay. It is also getting chilly outside, thankfully. So yeah, I had a point where I was starting the story and then it just completely left my head. So whatever. Join the YouTube chat says live in Louisiana. Heavy snow is exceptionally rare here in the South. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Trust me, I am aware of the Southern Hemisphere type stuff where it's, hey, we rarely get snow, but the last couple years we have been getting snow and it really sucks. So trust me, I'm well aware of all that. I am very informed of that, especially for the people of Texas who every year for the last like 8 years have said we're not gonna be affected by snow because we're a southern state, we don't get snow. And then they get affected by snow, their governor fucking dips out of the state as soon as that happens, and pretty much everyone is left to fend for themselves. So yeah, I'm unfortunately very aware of all those situations. Yeah, Smash futures have never been brighter. I'm positively drowning in the stuff. It's such a rapidly growing market. I simply can't understand how any crab can miss out on these opportunities. Sure. Okay, I think if I talk to you, you'll kind of remind me what I need to do. Remind me where I'm going? Were you not just paying attention, child? Roland's taken the map. We've got to head to the docks at Flotsam Vale. It's our only chance to catch him. Good, good. I'm glad that I could be reminded where I'm actually going. I did see I have enough stuff to level up, so let's do that quick. We can do 3 level up, so I think 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. I know I could go ahead and reset if I absolutely needed, but I think I'm good with these. MSG, I'm not really like much of a magic user or anything like that. I make that kind of clear. The main exception was like when I did Kingdom Hearts. Like that was the sole exception of me doing actual magical runs. So map. This isn't really helping me. This is just a map of the town. Oh yeah, I also have all this stuff that I could go ahead and sell. Bet. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I'm just really not much of a magic user, so when games give me the specific stat to be like, hey, do you want to go ahead and do magic stuff? I'm like, no, not really. I don't really have fun with it as much. I don't know. I can't really explain it, but it's just not something that I have the most fun with compared to like just unga bunga smack stuff with big stick kind of mentality. Oh, you know what? I think I have been to Flotsam. I should go to a shell thing to just fast travel. I do remember that I spent a good amount of time to just kind of fuck up the big boss enemy that if you stray from the path, you could fight. That was exceptionally fun. I don't remember why I have this pet, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. Let me... There we go. Okay. Oh, the little fish helps me. Okay. I do gotta remember how to, like, I know how to parry, but I gotta remember how to do it. Okay, you fuck you then. Oh, got back up, got back up. All right. I'm like slowly picking it back up. The issue is that like I'm too powerful for this specific area. So like everything is kind of dying too quickly for me to remember. But I am picking it back up. How did I heal again? Up, okay. Up on the D-pad. Where's the oh god, I'm heading towards the cliff. Oh, hello. I could still feel it. Even distant, our home still calls to me. Calls us all. No matter how we resist, the spiral drags us inward. Okay. Okay, to the left. How's it going? Keep going straight. Where is it? Oh, it's in here. Okay. I didn't do that. Oh, maybe the fish did. But it kind of just seemed like that seahorse just kind of killed itself. I'm assuming I did. Okay, yeah, that shortcut is unlocked. Shelleport. Flotsam, that's right. That's what he said. Why do I need to be in... Well, this is to learn stuff. This is also learn stuff. I don't know why it's saying that this is important. I guess let me go back. Like, it's saying, like, it's important, but it's saying it in a way that I have to do stuff there. We got garbage you ain't even heard of yet. Yeah, so he's the one that has our shell. But he's selling it for... I asked this before, but I do wonder if somebody specifically... I wonder if it's like a Pokemon thing, where in the original Pokemon games, you would have the bikes that would be $1 over the actual limit that you could hold in the game. Like, it's like $1 million, but you could only hold up like 999,999. I wonder if in this game you can get up to $999,999 and 999 sorry, 999, that would be million. That 999,999 microplastics. So I wonder if you could save up all that. Or if there will be something in the game that will make it to where you can't save up that amount. I'll have to look at that this stream because I've asked it a couple times. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, is the exclamation point just for shops? Am I about to walk up to this person? It says exclamation point. It seems like it. Yeah, we have a lot of options for stuff that we could go ahead and use as But I'm sticking with the Among Us. So there is a lot of options here for costume. Oh, I forgot. Call to Lamb. Make stuff look real intimidating. Maybe people talk to you. Public trans. I don't understand that reference, but obviously this one's made. I know I have Solaire. I know one of the last times I had bought in LGBTQ plus. Nice. I'll just buy that for the sake of buying it. A lot of cool options in here, but the Among Us has so far been my favorite. Joy in the YouTube chat says, what's my favorite type of game? I don't know if I could really answer that, honestly. Not because I don't have a favorite, but because I like too many types of games. I am somebody who goes on record that basically says like, hey, I'll kind of just play just about anything and enjoy it, probably. The only rule that I really will say that doesn't apply to is like MMOs. Like specifically MMORPGs like World of Warcraft and Elder Scrolls Online and stuff like that. It's fun, but it's not mostly my kind of game for the most part. Like Final Fantasy 14 was super fun. I do want to get back into that at some point. But that's more of like an exception kind of deal. I really like RPGs. I'm having a ton of fun with RPGs right now. Oh, I can parry. That was nice. I'm good. I feel like I'm good and have a good time with first-person shooter games, third-person games, Souls-likes. Like there's just like a lot of genres that I specifically really, 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 really enjoy that I just can't name one specific one as my favorite. It also, like, you know, I don't make a secret, like ADHD and stuff like that. So I will specifically say, like, what's it called? ADHD mentality will kind of make it to where I just, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna get used to that timing pretty quick. ADHD mentality will just kind of make it to where I don't fully pay attention to one thing at a time kind of deal. Like, I have to be doing multiple things at a time more than anything. So that also makes it, I bit my tongue. That also makes it kind of difficult. Piece of adhesive plastic increases microplastic award. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, like I said, like, I think RPGs right now, overall, I'm having a super blast with. I started on the channel Dragon Quest 1 Remake. I started in my own personal time. What else? Man, this is not a good time for my brain to start blanking, but I've just been playing, like, trying to play a lot of games as of late. I do kind of have it as like a personal goal. I'll try that again, buddy. I do have it as like a personal goal. I think I said overall I want to try and beat 5 games personally, because I've been kind of struggling with trying to beat games on my own as of late, like in the last couple years, I'll be honest. Part of it is a cause because of streaming, because I do have a lot of fun getting my own reactions with the VTuber and everything like that, but also seeing chat's reactions to my reactions or their reactions to the thing in general. So I have been kind of struggling with doing things on a personal level for a hot minute. So I am trying to get more games beat overall. What the fuck? Where are you? Yeah, whatever. Weaver in the YouTube chat says, another crab's treasure. What happened to his first? Well, it got stolen, you see. His shell was his treasure and it got stolen, so he's trying to get it back. Weaver also says, lose a crab shrimp, kept it better than. True. Damn it. That's a lot of people trying to shoot at me. Okay. Hello? All right, you're being, so I get your reward. I gotta get better at parrying again. That's like my saving grace with games like this, is like I gotta do so well with parrying and like I'll be a genuine god at everything. Hello. Maybe there is a reason to get up here. Maybe I already got it. I don't remember what, obviously since it's been so long, I don't remember what all I actually explored versus what all. Oh God, I remember hating these things. I don't remember what all I've done versus what all I still need to do. As much as I would love to try and like 100% this, I don't think that's going to be physically possible for me. So it's more of a, I'm going to try and do everything I can before endgame. Oh God. What do you mean? There we go. Yeah, he was gonna get me on that one. Yeah, I am. So I was saying, like, I am gonna try and like make it a goal to just kind of beat 5 games on my own. The first one I kind of beat on my own. I've only done 1 game on my own this year so far. Shit, which one was it? I'll have to look. Oh, it was Katamari, that's right. Welcome in, Savannah. Good job at redeeming first. It was the most recent Katamari game. That was one of the games I was able to get on Christmas because of the fact of the Christmas money that I was given was essential. Well, not Christmas money. I was specifically asked, hey, what do you want, like, in terms of gift cards? Because we don't know what to get you for actual Christmas, so we're just going to give you a gift card. That was being my brother and sister that asked that. So I was like, just give me a PlayStation card. So they both gave me $100 total, not respectively. To where I was able to just get a few games. I got the newest Katamari. I got the game Hell Is Us, which is like a really dark looking Souls-like where you're playing, I forget what type of like role you're really having, but you're playing as a dude that just stumbled upon really freaky demonic shit and has to fight it off kind of deal. Chronos The New Dawn, I started that. It's fucking fantastic so far. That one's so fun. For those that don't know what Chronos is, it's basically like it's a Dead Space game where you're playing as like a woman who is like just being told to follow orders and do nothing else. It was funny to see that game's reception because it was incels basically saying like, women bad, this game sucks because you're playing as a woman, meh, 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 and not giving like any actual criticism and stuff like that. It was really funny seeing that, and I was like, okay, if the incels are getting mad, I know for a fact that I'm going to adore this game. And I pretty much am true to my word on that. I think it's a fantastic game so far. Weaver in the YouTube chat says Chronos is the same people that made... Really? The same people that made the Silent Hill 2 remake? Wow. What a step. It's especially crazy because I learned about the game was kind of announced during a Nintendo Direct, like for the Switch 2. It was crazy to learn about, and then like seeing it being like a faithful recreation of like the Dead Space formula and stuff like that, like, oh, not good. Yeah, first was Silent Hill 2 remake, and now like Chronos. Like, I'm getting kind of excited to see what this studio has to cook. I think it's been reported that the same studio is going to be doing the Silent Hill 1 remake, isn't it? Oh, I am out of stuff to heal. That's not good. Well, that sucks. Weaver says, I mean, to be fair, they made other big stuff before Silent Hill 2 remake. They just didn't have too good of a reputation. I am not familiar with the studio itself. Do I even worry about getting those 15,000 microplastics? I guess I could. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up real quick. I'm curious enough. Dev Studio Silent Hill. What time is it, by the way? Okay, 20. Developed by Bluebird Team. Oh, they did layers. They did the medium? Whoa, how? Oh my god. This studio has done a lot. Holy shit. A lot of stuff that I'm like, games I'm actually interested in. Holy shit, that's cool. That's weird. Like, I didn't even like process that they would be the same people. So he just, okay, I'm gonna leave him back here and try to fight him in a more opportune spot. You gotta go away. Or not, okay. Layers of Fear was never one that I really like showed too much interest in, I'll be honest. I've heard good things and I've watched people play it, but not necessarily fully for me. But the medium looked super awesome and I really wanted to play it. I never really got an opportunity to. Oh god, I get really nervous. Blair Witch looked really cool. I only ever saw like maybe 20 minutes of the Blair Witch game. It looked really awesome. Same with Observer. Like, this seems like a stellar team. Weaver in the YouTube chat says the medium had a lot of negative backlash. Jesus. In terms of the gameplay, but also mostly really, it looks super interesting, but I never really like looked into it once it got released or anything. Maybe I'll still like find out a way to play it and get my own opinion of it. I wouldn't stream it probably, but I would at least play it and see what my thoughts are on it. Unless it got gifted to me, then I, you know, under my normal obligation. I am kind of like starting to think like, because I do want to add more like games to get for me for my throne, but there's a good amount of games that are even coming out that I'm like, I want to get it, but I don't really want to stream it. So I'm kind of thinking that like any games that, no, my Among Us, no, oh shit, No, don't pet the fish. I want my Among Us. Yeah, there are games that I really want to get that I don't feel like would be the most fun to stream, but would be super fun to just play on its own. I kind of want to like start adding more to my throne and kind of just marking them as like respectively to let, like, even though my rule is this, if you get me this specific product, it won't be streamed because I'm not really interested in streaming it. I want to play it on my own, blah, blah, blah. So that's probably going to happen at some point. Weaver says the medium had like offending portrayal. Oh, You said another message I missed. I had heard about the story, but it didn't sound good from what I heard. Like offending portrayal of mental health, kind of bad. Ooh, yeah, I definitely wouldn't stream that then. I would still maybe play it on my own, but definitely not a stream game if that's the case. When could I do that? Oh my god. Where it says, I would say 100% though, heard it from reviewers in places like Trust. I like /Trust, but I haven't played it and seen full playthrough, so wouldn't take my word as gospel, but that was many a consensus for me. No, I get it. And like, look, I generally am the type of person that I'm like, hey, I don't trust reviewers a lot of times because my taste in games and movies and stuff like that are a lot different than probably the general consumer type person. So I would still get my opinion on things overall, but when it comes to stuff that like are kind of genuinely offensive in that regard, I do trust what people say in that regard for the most part. So if it is like not great, then there are ways that I would play it, but probably not pay for that one specifically. Oh yeah, I remember being here, but I was just so confused on how to get up there. Because there's that treasure up there, but I couldn't really figure out how to get it. Wheel says, I may like to experience for myself type person, but if multiple people are saying it, they do get more. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I'm somebody, like you just said, I just said myself, like, I will get my own opinion from myself. I don't like trusting other people's opinions because I miss out on some good experiences that I enjoy, but I forgot about those things. But, you know, if something is like, hey, maybe don't play this because it's like offensive or racist or something, then I'll partly like in a weird way take it with a small grain of salt. But then if like multiple people are saying like, hey, maybe steer clear of this one, it's kind of fucking racist or like offensive, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, that's the case, then we're definitely not touching that one. Like, it's kind of like a general ground kind of deal where one way I'm like, okay, well, I'm not really gonna trust what one person is saying, but if like 30 people say it, then I'm like, oh boy, yeah, that's probably a steer clear of that one type thing. Oh yeah, I forgot I could just randomly sit here for some reason. This be a way to get up there? I guess. Ha, motherfucker! Riv says the medium really soured people on Bloober, especially because they were doing the Silent Hill 2 remake, which has its part with mental health as well. That's, I can understand that. I can understand the concern that like you dealt with a heavy topic like mental health, handled it very poorly, and then you were given the opportunity to do one of the, not even just like a general game, but one of the considered greatest games of all time. Like, you're going from a game you made originally to, again, the greatest game of all time. Not the greatest, one of the greatest games of all time to a lot of people, or at least one of the best survival horror games of all time. And then it is a concerning thing that the thing you royally fucked up on is like the main aspect of one of the greatest games of all time and remaking it. So I do understand why people were soured by that, but I did find that like Silent Hill 2 Remake was genuinely fantastic. So I'm glad that they kind of learned their lesson from Medium and did better. Welcome in, Neozect. Hope you're doing well. Why does that sound so crunchy for me?
自宅は森王町北東部の別荘地帯にあり、結婚はしていない。
Is that crunchy for y'all too, or is that just a me thing? Does it sound like Ripple got dumped in the deep fryer real quick before fully finishing that? Not clear to you? Okay, Weaver in the YouTube chat says sounds clear to them. Bet. Yozek wants me to say ada ada. All right, bet.
Beans, what the fuck?
I will do a Bean Boozled in just a second. But first... Ada ada. There you go. Okay, Neozek also said that the Yoshikage Kira thing was also clear. Where's my beans? There they are. All right, let's see. Let's see what I get. Let's re-roll. 2 came out. All right, so Neozek, since you did beans, that means that Bean Boozled. Oh, cool. Did the hub play for you guys, or... Because I remember that sound alerts is weird for me right now. I also didn't see the actual, like, pop-up for it on stream. Okay, it did. Bet. Okay, so by the look of this bean... Oh yeah, so I didn't fully say. So I have it set up to where the Bean Boozled, if you're not familiar with that, it's a 50-50 shot where you're either going to get a good flavor bean or a bad flavor bean. It's kind of reminiscent of something from the Wizard series that I don't specifically talk about a lot on here, for good reason. But it's a lot like that if you've seen it, or if you haven't, it's literally just as I explained it. It's 50-50 shot where it's going to be good or it's going to be awful. So you did the redeem version, which refreshes every 15 minutes, or as a reminder to people, you could also do 100 bits to make me have as many beans at once as you want. So if somebody redeems 1,000 bits for $10, then I do gotta have 10 beans at once. Barry Bots beans? I don't know if I recognize things by name. I'm specifically talking about the Wizard series that rhymes with Smelly Shotter, if you catch my drift. Okay, so the bean that I got, I think, by looking at it, oh, it's from the Wizard series. Okay, yeah. It's been so long since I've cared to even remember the Wizards things in the Wizard series that I just kind of forgot the name of it. I think if I'm looking at this one right, this might be either Wet Dog or Top Banana, or maybe Dead Fish or Strawberry Banana Smoothie. I am colorblind, so colors don't do well for me. So it's maybe one of those things or maybe something else. Let's see. That was a good flavor, but I couldn't tell what. Oh, just kidding. Actually, no, I'm still not sure. Because a lot of these beans are looking similar. That might have either been barf or peach or booger or juicy pear. I think it was pear. Okay, so good for me. I got a good one. And actually, real quick, I did just notice the time. So before we saw a cutscene to continue the game, this is the part of the stream where I go ahead and put my little beautiful baby bird to bed. So this is the part of the stream where I go ahead and implore everyone to go ahead and stand, stretch, use the bathroom, grab a drink, grab a snack, do all the above if you so choose. I'm going to go ahead and do some of those things myself, and I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. So, get a feel. Alrighty, we are back. Weaver in the YouTube chat says, I wait for the day that you say I'll be back in 6-7 minutes. I don't see myself doing that, and if I do, I probably would immediately end the stream because I couldn't believe I said it. I mean, I think I pretty much said what I wanted to say, enough about what we were talking about with the medium and stuff like that. I think we just go ahead and continue. I finally figured out where to go back to do this. I could literally just teleport to that shell, but whatever. Hey, kiddo. Long time no see. Here, I thought I might get a head start on you. So much for that. What happened? Roland happened, hun. He beat us to the punch. See that barge out there? He's on that sucker right now, trawling the whole slurry for the treasure. Well, we can't just give up. Can't we chase him? I like your optimism, kiddo, but no dice. You could just sashay across the but no dice. You can't just sashay across the slurry barefinned unless you like gunk in your gills. This here's the only boat I can find that ain't completely junked, and it ain't got any charge. Charge? Charge. Electricity, kiddo. All the boats around here run on it. Oh, is that all? I could probably make some of that with my magic powers and stuff. You messing with me, hun? I'm serious. Let me go give it a try. You said you got some magic or something going on? You said you got some magic or something to get this boat running? Yeah, just give me a second. It's gotta be the right shell around here somewhere. Aw, man, I have to get for the moment, get rid of my Amogus. Weaver says, starting my next game on my bingo card of games I want to beat in 2026, the Thief series. I've always wanted to actually play the Thief series. I never really got the opportunity to. I specifically played, I think I own, because of PlayStation Plus, the reboot, I should say, not remake, the reboot that came out, I don't know, in like 2014, 2015, around there. It was kind of like almost a launch title pretty much for the PS4, but didn't release on the PS4 launch, I don't think. I've heard kind of nothing about bad things about that one, I'll be honest, but the rest of the series being good. So I never really got the opportunity to really play it because of not great feelings about the game itself, which I know I just said, like, I don't really take that stuff into consideration anymore, but kind of a thing of like, damn, if that many people are saying it's not great, then maybe it's not great. Weaver says, in terms of game series I want to play in 2026 is Halo, Thief, Portal, Stalker, Penumbra, Fallout, Mass Effect, and also the classic Elder Scrolls games. Halo is fantastic. I don't care what people say about the 343 games. They're great too. The weakest one is Halo 5, but Halo 4 and Infinite are very good. The only reason Infinite got really ruined was because of Microsoft's fucking live service bullshit, but the game itself is really good. Thief, again, I never really played. Portal 1, 2 are classics and fantastic. Portal 2 I was actually gifted from somebody I used to talk to a lot back in the day. I was saying that one day and made a random friend on TF2, and one day I just randomly got a pre-order gift. I think you could do that on Steam. a pre-order gift of Portal 2 because I was mentioning how much I really want to get it, but you know, at that time family wasn't doing really good with finances and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I really hope I could get it, but I don't know if I'll really be able to, or it might be a Christmas thing at most, like kind of deal. And then I just randomly got a gift. No, I don't think you could do pre-order gifts. I think they specifically said like, hey, I'll get it for you. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be fantastic. I didn't fully know if they would like hold true to that because of a lot of reasons. But then Portal 2 launch day happens, and then I immediately get a gift in my Steam box, either when I got home from school, if it was even a school day, probably was, or if it wasn't a school day, then the moment I got on my computer, and then boom, I just had Portal 2. That was really cool. And it was just such a worth it game to get as a random thing from a person I met on the internet. It was awesome. Ooh, good. Stalker series, I never really played. I played the one that came out recently because it was on Game Pass. Stalker 2, I think it was, right? Stalker 2 was really fun. I very much enjoyed it. I didn't get really far. I'll be honest, on my PC it was kind of chugging. And I didn't really feel like kind of using it on like cloud services and stuff like that. So, and now I don't have access to it in general because I don't have access to things because I'm broke, sadly. But Stalker 2 was really fun for what I played of it. I really hope to get the full game some point to be able to actually play it. I was really hoping that I could get a key for it on my PS5 once the PS5 version dropped, but wasn't a thing, sadly. Penumbra, I don't think I've even really heard of, let alone played them, so I couldn't really give an opinion on that. I know you're not really asking my opinion, but I'm just kind of sharing. Fallout is one of my favorite series, definitely worth it. The first couple games are rough for today's standards, but they are really good in their own right. And then 3 is good, or New Vegas is my favorite game of all time. And 4 is really good in its own right. It's just strayed a bit too far from the series as a whole that people didn't really enjoy, but for me, I think Fallout 4 is a fantastic game, just different. Mass Effect series is fantastic. I really want to be able to go through all the games at some point myself, but I played all of 1, most of 2. Never really got to touch 3 outside of the demo that released that did the first little bit of the story. I know people are very divided on 3, but I've heard as overall it is a fantastic game. It's just, you know, the ending that is very, like, unanimous how people feel about it. But outside of that, the game itself is fantastic, so definitely a good series to go through. Never played classic Elder Scrolls. I played 3. I genuinely sat down to try and play 3 for the first time a couple of years ago. I couldn't really get through it, not because it's bad, but because it requires a lot of reading from you. And I'm kind of like, I'll be honest, I'm kind of used to games kind of holding my hand a little bit. That's more of a me issue. But it's kind of a thing where it's like, if I'm sitting there trying to play a game, I don't really want to be sitting there reading paragraphs upon paragraphs of dialogue or reading in general that tells me where to go in one sentence out of it. So it is a little rough for someone like me, but everyone's different. I watched somebody play most of 3. Their channel is called Many a True Nerd, and they were pretty much able to go through it fine. So it's a me thing. I admit that wholeheartedly. I couldn't get through it, but it is a really good game. It's just, man, I did not expect the amount of reading I had to do. And it'll be kind of hard to remaster / remake 3 without just basically changing a lot of aspects of it to make it a modern day game. But as it is really good. Never played Arena or Daggerfall though. Definitely want to give them a try at some point. I own all of them, but I've really only played Oblivion and Skyrim a lot. Weaver says, speaking of, pre-order Resident Evil 9, keen on anticipating that. Until then, doing classic RE2. Nice. I really do. The games I'm really hoping for that I can try and get is Resident Evil 9 and Dragon Quest 7. For those who didn't see, I did just release a video this past Saturday that was me essentially going through the Dragon Quest 7 demo for the remake and gushing about how amazing it is and how much it's very exciting to play, for the anticipation for the remake and how much I'm excited for the remake now because of it and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping to get Dragon Quest 7, and then I'm really hoping to get Resident Evil 9. I really want to play it without potentially getting spoiled as much as physically possible. Will I get either of them? Probably not, because, you know, money and all that stuff, but I am really hoping to try and find some way to get access to at least one or both of them. Then Weaver says, Penumbra is the same people who did Amnesia. It was the precursor to it. Interesting. I don't know if I've really heard of that game. That's really interesting, though. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully you enjoy them. I see we had the same idea. Maybe you're smarter than you look. Obviously, we're not getting across the slurry without anything to power the boat, you know? And there's only one place I could think of where we might find a battery of that size. Namely, Shellfish Corp's primary trash scavenging facility, Scuttleport. So all we gotta do is get in there and ask them for a battery? Well, intuited, my friend. Should be as simple as seawater. There's one problem. All these doors are electric too. So we've got to find a fuse to plug in here before we can go any further. But there's probably one nearby, so I'll guard the door while you go find it. Does the door need guarding? Obviously. You found that fuse yet? Chap chap, big garbage is getting closer to the treasure as we speak, you know? They mentioned that, like, there was a specific shell. What am I supposed to be looking for? Weaver says, shrug, just sharing the funsies, and then you loop the gaming area in the app. I feel no, don't feel bad at all. Don't feel bad at all. I very much am a yapper when it comes to things that I'm knowledgeable about or want to be knowledgeable about. So you're perfectly fine. It's more of a me thing than you causing anything, I promise. Aha! No, that's not a fuse. That's a tissue box. Okay. Will there not be anything in here? Guess not. Weaver says, I will say though that I did beat the Leon campaign for RE2 Classic, and the one thing I think is absolutely an improvement in the Classic version is Ada's death scene compared to a remake. That's fair. I've only ever played the remake. I have started the Classic because I had access to it on PS3, but I never got far enough in it that I really have much of an opinion about the original. But I do want to genuinely try and go through the original Resident Evils 1, 2, and 3 at some point. Oh, okay. Shit, that was easy. feel like I tried that before, but maybe because they didn't want me to get access to that. I still also need to play in general the like fully play again the remake of Resident Evil 2. I never beat Leon's story, and I definitely never even started Claire's story, so I definitely want to go through the classics, but I also want to go through the remakes that I haven't played. Like, I want to go through 1, 2, and 3 original, and I want to do 1, 2, 3 remakes. I pretty much already played a lot of Resident Evil 4, played a lot of Resident Evil 4 remake, so I don't have to replay them on stream, but maybe at some point. I kind of want, like, I'll be honest, I kind of want to just do a whole marathon, kind of going through all the Resident Evil games. I'll be completely honest. Like, maybe not all of them, but like the main series ones. Like, it's just a series in general that I kind of want to refill my shell, honestly. It's kind of just a series that I want to, like, I'm so knowledgeable of, but I never actually, like, beat a lot of the classics. I either started them, kind of got lost, and then never really went back to them. And then 2 remake, I never finished. It definitely became one of those, I'll get back to it, and then I never did. And honestly, I kind of got it from, I got Resident Evil 2 remake from a Redbox while those were still around. And then, wait. Oh, I guess my shield doesn't get replenished in there. I thought it did. I got Resident Evil 2 remake from a, yeah, we'll do that. From a Redbox while those were still around. I was going to try and go through as much as I could. Didn't. And then I randomly one day got a friggin' $70 charge because of keeping the game for too long. So I was like, okay, shit. Well, I guess I just own Resident Evil 2 remake now. That wasn't intentional. Shit. That was fun. Weave says in the remake he has the vial of the T virus or whatever, and while he's reaching down to Ada, it just falls accidentally and is gone. Whereas in the original, after Ada falls, he pulls it out of his pocket. Angry is just like, so this is what people have been dying over, huh? And then throws it off the ledge, making the active choice. But yeah, I can agree with that. That's better. That is a better thing instead of just like, oopsie daisies. We have a set as I've gone through all the main series besides 6, but that's one I intend to restart and do this year. And I just need to do the Revelation games. Also, the Revelation games. I played a good amount of Revelation 1. Never beat it, but I played it so much as a kid on my 3DS, and then it got ported to consoles, and that was fucking awesome. I never got to really like beat it. And I own all of the parts of the episodic stuff for Revelations 2. But I never played it in general. Shit, I just realized my health. It says Revelations 1 need to restart. I liked it a lot, but maybe there is a difference in the console ports versus the 3DS ports because it was originally made to be on 3DS instead of modern consoles. So maybe it just didn't ground as well, but maybe I'm also just looking at it through like nostalgia glasses a little bit. Weaver says, I have a lot of games as favorites, 4821, and ones I really dislike, like 5-6 and Code Veronica. 5, I love a lot. It doesn't help that it was my favorite, but I still like a lot in general. Like, I do genuinely enjoy it. But there are issues with it that I, especially compared to the other games of the series at the time, that I do understand why people dislike it so much, but I just can't dislike 5. It's just so good. Phenomenal work. Let's move on. If that fuse thing's opened the door, couldn't we just use one to power the boat? The naivety of youth. I was like you once, you know? Didn't know the first thing about electricity. Short answer, no. We've got to find something that actually generates power, like a battery. Six, I don't know. 6 is 6. Like, I don't know how many people genuinely sit down and are like, 6 is such a good game. I love it to death. I feel like that, like, you know, the comments that people make that's like, oh, the 5 people that enjoy this are going to be suffering. Like, I don't like to do that because there is like a lot of things that people genuinely do love, and I feel bad to make fun of things that a lot of people do genuinely like. But I feel like 6 is overall like a genuine example of the 5 people that like this game are going to be upset. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I forgot to put on that pride thing. Can I even do that? Aw, that's upsetting. I kind of hope that would just add it on. Yeah, I do want to genuinely go through 6 at some point and try to actually go through it and see if I still think it's a bad game. It is definitely a bad game, but if I think it's a bad game, I have access to literally every Resident Evil. So, like, it wouldn't be that hard to do. Maybe I introduce something like Resident Evil Tuesdays or something, and I just stream on Tuesday all day a Resident Evil game. Starting with 1 and going through the main series from there. And maybe doing some of the side games like Revelations and Zero and Code Veronica and stuff. Weaver says Code Veronica is like the most 50-50 one I've ever heard. Either you love it or absolutely hate it. I remember liking it enough, but I honestly didn't really get far enough to really have much of an opinion on it. Because, again, I get really lost when it comes to the main series Resident Evil games. So, or like the classic Resident Evil games with the tank controls and stuff. So I never got far enough to really have much of an opinion on it. We also says, I think the only mid one is Resident Evil 0. You probably can hate on it more because of how it breaks canon, but I just felt like nothing towards it. No, that's fair. Hey, what are you doing all the way out here? Me? What are you doing hanging out in a place like this? I work here. At least I'm pretty sure I still do. Boss had everyone salvage out a lot of the infrastructure around here to make some kind of big boat. Something about trawling the slurry for buried treasure? Scuttleport ain't been easy living since then. Nope. Light done left my crew's eyes. Now they're as likely to scrap you as any hunk of metal. I don't recommend staying around here, kid. I don't really really have a choice. Hey, I gotta get a power source for one of those boats down by the dock. Well, power used to get generated in this very building, up above where we're standing right now. But ever since Roland scrapped this place, something's gone screwy with the electricity. It's inconsistent now. Sometimes the power barely flows, and sometimes it's way too much. Be careful if you find a way up there. I've got a feeling it ain't nothing good. It says, I know Cannon Break is something you can make with a series at many points, but RE0 is the most. How does this fit with the timeline at all? Yeah, I could see that. The main instance that I really got to play Resident Evil 0 was the technical remake of the on-rail shooter one, Umbrella Chronicles. Yeah, that's what it was. Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii. That was like the most that I played RE0 in a technical sense. What is this? Just a box? Cardboard box. Nice. I think Umbrella Chronicles was the one that was like, hey, this one is retelling essentially Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica, while there was Darktide Chronicles that specifically did Resident Evil 2, I think mainly focusing on Leon's campaign in Resident Evil 2, and a side story that was original to the game that was, ooh, I want to try and get over there. I wonder if I could kind of like get over there normally, or if I just, it doesn't look like there's really a way over there. Okay, can't get over there. Got it. Yeah, it was like an original story that was made that explained the in-between for Leon in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4, where it explained the mission that, spoilers, Resident Evil 4, but there's a character in Resident Evil 4 named Krauser who just kind of shows up, and in the lore is like Leon's old partner while he was working for the government and stuff like that. And he just kind of showed up for like 2 sections of the game, then you kill him as a boss fight because he turned evil and stuff like that. So they basically, to kind of help with this, made a exclusive story to the Wii game Resident Evil Darktide Chronicles that explained the mission that you were going through to that caused Krauser to die, and then what would lead up to what he said in what was being said in the original Resident Evil 4 and RE4 remake. All right, let's get down to business. Somewhere in here, there's got to be something that can power our boat. You and me, pal, we're gonna get this done. Brothers in arms, crabs in a bucket. Other phrases that mean 2 guys working together in perfect harmony. Anyway, you solved this magnet puzzle thingy yet? I figured out a long time ago, but I'm gonna wait to see if you can. Weaver in the YouTube chat says, oh, you like Resident Evil 4? Which one? GameCube, PS2, PC, Wii Edition, Mobile Edition, iPad Edition, HD, Ultimate HD, Classic VR, Remake VR? I'll just say all of them because I pretty much have played all of them outside of the mobile version. Oh, okay. Oh. Well, I would imagine that a spring can help me jump. That's not really happening. Can I just cheese this a little bit? Hell yeah, I can. Maybe not even cheese, but that's what it feels like. Okay. Oh, now do I actually need the spring? Because the spring is made of metal? Or not? Okay. But, what do I need? Oh, okay. That makes sense, actually. People in the YouTube chat says all I've really enjoyed reading right now is all the stuff going on that's drama for the Marvel Rivals tournament. I wish I could care about that stuff, I'll be honest. Like, I think I'm a person that by this point is just like, man, there's so much bullshit when it comes to social media that's just very It's very hard to keep up with, and I just kind of stopped caring about that stuff in general. Is it juicy to kind of like read a little bit of and like see what's going on and everything? Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's just really hard for me to actually like care about it by this point. It over here? Seems it. All right. Okay. Weaver says it's just stupid, just so profoundly stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that. Well, okay. Man, I kind of just want to like go back. I actually like manage that. Nope. If I do it like this. I want to go back over here because I feel like I'm going like the proper way, and I want to go like the incorrect way, see what treasures I could get. Or this seems like the correct way. I don't know anymore. That is the price of a Souls-like. You just don't know. Thank you, fish. Ugh, man, I can feel a bit of a toothache coming out. That's not good. I have healing stuff, okay. If I really wanted to, I could make it over there. But I'm gonna hold that off because I feel like that's technically the way to progress. Like, maybe that's where the battery is or something. But I'll hold that off until I know for 100%. This? No. This way. Oh, good. No, I appreciate petting fish, but... Okay, so this definitely was the way to progress. So after I replenish everything, I am going to go backwards. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to use the bathroom. All right, I do apologize. I'm back. My stomach really started to bother me all of a sudden. But we are back. Won't lie, there may be a possibility of another Be Right Back, probably soon. But hopefully I can at least stream a bit more before having to worry about that again. I was thinking, like, there are games that I do want to try and beat this year. I definitely have to hop back in and probably beat Cyberpunk 2077. That is a fantastic game. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get a Switch 2, outside of obviously like the normal awesome stuff that is associated with it, regardless of your feelings. But oh, I could have just done this. Oh, that's so much easier. Well, me when I lie, I guess. But no, there's like a lot of cool things with the Switch 2. I absolutely love it, etc., etc. I'm not gonna go into a whole conversation about it, but I do love my Switch 2. I was really excited to see Cyberpunk on it because the idea of Cyberpunk 2077 running on a Switch 2 and potentially being better than how it runs on my $800 ROG Ally X. Like, the excitement was real. And I did get it the day I got my Switch 2, thanks to a lovely who had contributed to helping me get it. And that was really before I had made the rule to that if I get gifted a game, I'll play it on stream. So I pretty much have been playing it, taking my time with it. And then a few months ago, I did kind of take a break from it unintentionally, but like, I very much do want to go back to it. I pretty much like have done absolutely everything I possibly could in the game. The only thing I'm really focusing on is story bits. And the expansion, since the Switch 2 version is the Ultimate Edition, I have access to the DLC. So that's awesome. So I definitely want to play that again at some point and finish that up. I know there's like multiple endings kind of deal, so I am curious to see. Not what I meant to do. There we go. I am very curious on what ending I'll get in the game, because I know there's like multiple endings. I kind of want to just like go through a list of like all the games I have access to because of owning or having access to through PS Plus. And just see like what ones. I kind of already did this, but maybe it'll be like an interesting stream bit, maybe, where I just kind of go through every game that I have listed and just be like, okay, I want to where's that go? Oh, okay, that I go through every game I have access to and be like, okay, I definitely want to just play this on my own, or I definitely want to stream this. I kind of want to go through the BioShock series again. That I feel like is going to be a stream game because I've played like 2 or 3 times now BioShock Infinite, and I love the game, I adore it, but then I get to a point where I'm like, I'll take a break and then start it back up later, and then 8 months later I still haven't touched the game again. So hey, is it just me, or is the place kind of whack? I thought this was gonna be like a cool factory, but everyone's gone nuts here, just like everywhere else. Of course it's whack. Roland messed it all up, just like people like him mess up everything. Back in the shallows, I thought everyone was out to get me. But this is just what the whole ocean's like, isn't it? It's not just me. Everyone's getting bullied all the time everywhere. Why do you think everyone worked so hard in the worked here in the first place, huh? They probably all got roped into it paying some other jerk back, just like me. You're starting to say some edgy stuff, dude. What's next? We should stop using trash altogether? Careful with that kind of talk. The ladies don't like a downer, you know? Can't wait to find a battery and get out of here. You and me both, pal. This place stinks. What if this will work, or if I just need to bring the spring out? Probably I need to bring the spring out, and that's why they give it to me, but let's see what happens. Amogus. Along with Infinite, I just really want to replay BioShock 1 and 2 as well. And for my beating games list, I would just make Well, if I just did in general on stream, I would definitely count as beating all 3 games on stream. But if I played it personally, I would really only count Infinite as being beat, since I beat 1 and 2 and before. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go through a whole list of games right now and say like, oh, I'll play this, I'll play like, there's definitely games I'm thinking off the top of my head where I'm just like, man, I really would like to play or replay that. It was really fun on Monday replaying Banjo-Kazooie, because I've been wanting to do that for a hot minute but haven't really found the time to. So it was really fun to do that. Maybe if I don't have anything planned with friends or anything, maybe I'll this weekend wrap Banjo-Kazooie up in a second stream. I definitely next Monday want to continue Age of Imprisonment. That's why I was originally going to play on Monday, but like I mentioned, like, my brain has not been that great. That's why I wound up playing, was just the first half of Banjo-Kazooie. Aha! We did get over here. Well, shit. Oh, that sucks, actually. So I was supposed to go ahead and get the shortcut unlocked? Oh, it did unlock. Okay. I guess that was just automatically unlocked. Okay, good. I was worried about that. Weaver in the YouTube chat says, I come back into your stream and watch you immediately fumble. Yeah, I'm astounded at that.
Wait.
Like, it happened so quickly where I literally just fell. This. Let's get me a fuse, because I remember having to go back for that. Yep. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie was a fun time. Definitely can't wait to do that. I want to replay Banjo-Tooie at some point. There's a lot of N64 classics. I'm really hoping that soon enough they'll add Conker to NSO, because I've been really wanting to replay Conker, but I don't want to emulate it, because even to this day, emulating it is kind of funky. And I don't think I really have access to a way to play it on my Xbox, so how am I supposed to get that? I mean, the magnet does come through. Oh, okay. We've in the YouTube chat says the most funniest thing I ever did was DM the dev of a game on social media to let him know I bought the game twice when only the demo was out, and I'd never proceeded to finish the game. That is funny. Oh, okay. I thought I was low enough to, high enough to get it, but I guess not. If that's the case, then I'm even more confused. Oh, okay. I was just looking at it wrong. Got it. Stretchy, flexible object that seemingly stops electricity in its path. Reduces effectiveness of electric attacks. Oh, okay. Okay, where Among Us is doing all right. Oh, okay. All right, so that's not how to do that, I guess. Yeah, I really do hope that Conquer is added soon enough to NSO. Since they did introduce the mature 17+ app for the N64 games, I really hope that gives access to adding more. I mean, there wasn't really, like, as far as I remember, there really wasn't a whole lot of adult N64 games. There was Resident Evil 2, Conquer, Turok 1 and 2. No. What am I supposed to do here? Maybe I can make it back if I do this? Okay, I can. Yeah, Turok 1, 2, and 3. Resident Evil 2, Conquer, Perfect Dark, which Turok 1 and 2 and Perfect Dark are on the service already. I know they added another one recently, or two of them. One was also from Acclaim. Was that Activision? I don't remember. I have to look at the list again. I wonder, I don't remember if they ever did Resident Evil 3 for the N64. I know 100% they did Resident Evil 2, but I wonder if Resident Evil 3 was, like, Resident Evil 2 was too hard for them and they never did, or they did Resident Evil 3 on the N64. Oh, he's coming on. Okay. Nope, we weren't good. I thought we were good and then immediately snuck up on me. Was it back here I needed the fuse? Or did I do all that for nothing? I don't think I went the wrong way. I'm gonna quick go back, because I feel like I did go the wrong way. I sure did. Me when I'm dumb? Yeah, now I'm curious enough. I have to look it up. It's like bothering me now how much M-rated N64 game. Oh, more than I thought. Biofreaks, Carmageddon 2, Conkers, Doom 64, Duke Nukem 64, Duke Nukem 0 Hour, ECW Hardcore Revolution, Forsaken, Hexen Beyond Heretic, John Romero is about to make you his bitch, Daikatana. I forgot about Daikatana. I know it's not a great game, so it's easy to not remember. Mace, The Dark Age, Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Nightmare Creature, Perfect Dark, Quake, Quake 2, Resident Evil 2. Okay, so they didn't do Resident Evil 3 on N64. That makes sense. Shadow Man, South Park Rally, South Park Chef's Love Shack, Turok 1 and 2 and 3, Turok... Oh, I forgot about Turok Wage Wars. War Gods. I think... Anka will definitely get added. Maybe Doom 64. Maybe Duke Nukem, both of them. Mortal Kombat 4 and Trilogy, probably. I doubt Mythologies. Both Quake games, maybe. Resident Evil 2 for sure. Definitely not the South Park games. Turok 3, I'll have to say 100% yes. Rage Wars, I have no knowledge about enough to say 100% if it will get added. That was more so just like a multiplayer Turok game for the most part. I don't really think it really had much of a story. That being said, it's not impossible to for them to add. There's definitely some on NSO that are just strictly multiplayer games for people that want to use the online capabilities of the service. I just don't know if like a potential lesser played one. Again, I don't know enough about Turok. The multiplayer Turok to know if it was bad or not to people. Oh, hello over there. Oh, come on. I could have fit between there. Oh, nice. That was easy. Yeah, we could just go back up there. Okay. I literally could have just done this later, but whatever. Look, when things are at their worst, that's when it's most important to remain positive. We're pondering the terrible situation we're in and think about something nice. As soon as I can imagine something nice, I'm gonna think about it so hard. Okay, spring for that. Don't really need it right now. Not gonna worry about it. Ooh, how do I get in there? 'Cause treasure. Ah, that's probably it. It'll be dangerous, like all the things that are looking at me, but treasure. Yeah, I really hope that Conker's added to NSO soon. I kind of just hope that, like, there's a Direct in general soon. Because most of what Nintendo promised would come out pretty much kind of came out in 2025, so kind of need some updates on existing projects that are meant to come out soon. There's a lot of people to talk about. Holy crap. Hey, give me half that fish. Huh? No way. I'm the one who killed it. I deserve at least 70%. But I'm the one that you dangled out over the tower as bait. I took on the risk in this endeavor. Buy me a current, buddy. Being the bait is unskilled labor for sure. You're the worst, Shelly. I never should have let you convince me to leave the reef. Me? Convince you? You were seeing plastics the minute you heard about this job. Don't point claws at me now. Oh, goody. Another survivor. Don't suppose you know of any easy way down for this place? Not one that doesn't involve a lot of grapple hooking, sorry. And a lot of violence. Figures. Roland really left us in the lurch this time. Should have listened to my wife when she warned me off taking this job. Hey, no offense, but this place didn't always look this bad, right? Well, it never was a prime vacation spot, savvy. But the violence is new, crowds' minds turn to sea foam. Painful thing to see. But when your livelihood is scrapped before your eyes, where can one's mind turn but madness? I try not to swear much, but darn you, Roland. Always told myself I'd make it back to New Quasinia one day. With a heap of microplastics for my family back home. What a joke. Shellfish Corp. Never intended on letting anyone walk out of here. Not with anything of value anyways. You're not gonna believe this, pal. I've been talking to these guys, and apparently it totally sucks to work here. Everyone's working way too hard and drowning in gunk, and they barely even get paid anything for it. I mean, I knew trash scavenging was kind of a bunk job, but talking to these guys? What's this weird feeling in my chest? It's like feeling bad about how good my life is compared to theirs. That makes no sense at all, you know? What a dumb feeling to be feeling. Still, I wish there was a way to help these guys. Bet if Roland knew what was going on, he'd fix this place right up. He does know what's going on. Oh, he does know what's going on, man. He likes it this way. What's with That's what everyone has been trying to tell you. As long as he gets rich, he doesn't care what happens to anyone else at all. Just like the Duchess and that shark, just about everyone in this ocean. There's no way, right? It's all just gotta be an oversight. Even the best businessmen miss little details sometimes. When we meet Roland at his barge, I'll explain the whole thing. I'm sure he'll get these guys better jobs in no time. All the more reason to find that battery as fast as we can. Let's get moving. I think you're the last one. Where you heading, sport? No way off here except this magrail. Can it take me to that big building with all the lightning coming out of it? Not directly, no. It might get you closer, but you'll have a ways to go still. Sorry, sport. Wish I could do better. Walkways around here I've seen better days. That's okay. Thanks anyway. Okay, before anything... Aha! We managed to trap big scary fish back here. Can I get inside? There might be something in there I could use. What? You wanna get in there with that freaky fish? Well, no way, Stingray. We powered the door, so you need to juice it back up to get in there. Juice it back up. What? Oh, I remember seeing this before and not really knowing how to really, like, do anything with it. Okay. So maybe there's, like, an ability we'll get that will actually, like, help with that. Or something. Alright, well. Perfect timing. Damn it. I remember distinctly not really... Fuck, really? I remember distinctly not really being a fan of the whole... using a shell on your weapon. It really isn't that great. In terms of my playstyle, at least. You bitch. Come on. Why is this one being so much harder than the rest? We haven't really had that many issues with this particular one. We can't even parry him because of the electric moves. There we go. Jesus. I'm not a big fan of the choking noises I'm hearing. Turtle Shell Shard, a weight fragmented from the toughest of all sea creatures, or at least is up there. Increase shell weight plus 10 resistance. So really good resistance, but gotta be a heavier shell because of it. Luna Souls, welcome in.
Welcome, raiders.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much for the raid. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is LeChuckta. I'm a trans variety VTuber who loves to play a variety of games. Pretty much we are continuing a game I started a few months ago that I really have been not great with continuing, Another Crab's Treasure. But I also love to play other games that I just really am in the mood to play all the time. Let me give you a lovely shout out. Ooh, BioShock. We were actually just talking about BioShock and how I want to replay those games. I still need to be Infinite. I love Infinite, but I never beat it. And I played 1 and 2 a lot when I was younger, but I really want to replay them at some point. So, funny that you raid in while I was talking about that at some point. But yes, if you gotta go ahead and do your post-stream stuff, go ahead and eat, drink, whatever you want to do. I will go ahead and take care of your lovely community as much as I can. And before we go ahead and get back to the game, I will go ahead and show everyone a lovely trailer that kind of gives everyone a gist as to what my streams insanity are like. So here you go. Why? Oh, me when my command doesn't work? Hi there, I'm Chuckton. I'm a trans variety VTuber. Welcome to the stream, and here's what you can expect. Ripple, I can't, we could talk about this. Oh no, he's going away! No, no! What do you mean I'm about to fight a house? Run, 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 pet the dog. Run, 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 run. Oh god, I just glitched it out.
A, X, and whatever they're the upside down W. M. That's an M. Like, what if I did shoot a gun now?
It's me. I'm Destiny.
I love the weird, like, gel icing they use on ice. What the fuck's happening to your mouth?
Oh, whose dead man is this?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that and give me a follow. Thank you for any support and joining me on my journey.
Yeah, if anyone is interested, a follow would really be appreciated. I am trying to get to not just 500, but I am trying to get to 750 by the end of the year. So any help regarding that would be awesome. This is my first time playing it. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you. I've been having a blast with this game so far. Again, it's a little bit jarring to get back into since it's been so long, but it's been fun, and I really hope you are enjoying BioShock. Again, it's one of my favorites. It's a fantastic game, and I hope you are overall enjoying it. Okay, that's not great. That's not great. That's not great. Stop it. I couldn't tell if he suddenly went floating because of the magnet or because of the fact I killed him. I want to believe it's the magnet for like so much funnier purposes. Barbed hook, nice. Boxing glove. Boing. I'm assuming you're a fuse. You sure are. And pop. Oh, damn. Okay. Before we, well, are we able to jump over and do stuff over there? Or yeah, we kind of can. Maybe there's another easier way to get there, but okay, well, that's not great. One of them is annoying in itself, but having to fight two of them at the same time. Well, not really whiffing it, but damn did we almost. Oh, they kind of reset their positions. Nice. Shit. Ah, man. It is a Souls-like, everyone. Let's pop over. Excuse me. God, he sucks. Oh, I almost died to that. That would have sucked. I have not been paying attention to how many microplastics I have. Probably a lot, though. That would suck to lose them. Can't see me. You can't see me. Oh, yeah, a lot. Can I just sneak one of you over here? Doesn't look like I can. Oh, nope, he's coming. He's coming. All right, bet. Come on. All right, so there's one down. There we go. Ooh, another fruit sticker. Now, is that going to be 4 of these? Or, yep, sure is. Damn. I can't tell where that potentially spit out from. Maybe down there? Looks like it. Now I'm remembering why the things I wasn't that keen on. while playing this game, and that's just constantly hearing choking noise. Not my favorite, I'll be honest. Alright, so 3 more of those and we get more health. Nice. We have a good amount of health already, luckily. Seems like I was plenty thorough on the last time I was playing this. Okay, cool. The second time I definitely hit it, but the first time I don't feel like I hit it. I'm confused on how that counted, but whatever. I forget what I did with the stainless relics. I might need to refresh myself on that. Workable piece of metal. Maybe someone can turn it. Oh, that's right. They were the keys to, I think those were the things that we need to allow us to upgrade our fork. Okay, there's that down there. Oh, wait. That not where? I guess not. I thought that pipe was leading, like, maybe there was a hole down here or something. That's where the fuse would have popped out, but I guess not. Almost whipped that so hard, I'm not gonna lie. I know, me when I lie again. Wait. Where'd my Among Us go? We are fixing that for sure. But there's you. There's another reason to have a fuse. And we're going back for. But first, I need my Among Us back. I'm confused why we lost it in the first place. Let's do a couple of, one attack. I guess we're getting to the point where, like, having almost 20k is still not the best. Oh, wait. Maybe misremembering again. Was there actually a fuse thing up here? Or am I like gaslighting myself again? No, I'm 100% just gaslighting myself. Now, I want to, like, flip the switch to... You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip the switch to potentially give myself a fuse. But here's what I'm kind of guessing at, is that they specifically thought about the idea of people just keeping the fuse to use it for later, to skip segments. And that's kind of why it's been feeling like it's like you get the spring and then you get the fuse and then you get the spring and then you get the fuse, and they just keep going back and forth kind of deal. So I don't feel like I'll be able to keep this particular fuse. But fuck it, let's try it, right? Or not, it just didn't. Oh, no, that's how they do it. You just can't spawn another fuse because it's already being used. Okay. All right, well, that's a different way they could do it, I guess. Don't think I didn't notice you back here, my beautiful. Boing. Jam! Jam? Damn, I one-shot him. I love how much, like, random references to real-life products are in this game. Garox, welcome in. Like blue dino instead of blue rhino, that type of thing. There's like so many clever things in this game that I love. Anything over there? Doesn't look like it. I mean, there is... Oh. That's an open clam. I already got that. Okay. There's like an alternative place? Oh, no, I know where we're going. Okay, all right. I kind of know where we're going. And now just swing me over. Oh, I could just do that. How's this? Just another spring? There is. Ooh, there's a shortcut. Bad. All right. Another spring over there. not really much I could do at the moment until I start magnetizing myself. Kinda feels like it. Let's check over here first, though. Thank you, fish. It's like a dumb Family Guy reference I keep thinking of when I say that. That I'm kind of referencing, but also kind of not. Is that, like, there was a joke that there was a cutaway joke that they did that was just like the inconvenient family member that, well, the family member that gives you very inconvenient gifts at the worst time. Like, and they came in and they were like, oh, Peter, here's these like very exotic fish that you need to feed every 2 hours, and I fed them an hour ago. And Peter's like, okay, well, thanks, I guess. You got the food? And he's like, no, I don't have the food. Why would I have the food, silly? And Peter's just going out all around trying to get the fish the food that they need and stuff like that. Shit. And like he goes to a store and they're like closed when it's been like 2 minutes since they flipped the sign to close. And he's like, oh, hey, come on, I'll just be 2 minutes, let me in. And the guy's like, nope, not gonna let you in. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna get you your food, I'm gonna make sure you're good to live healthy lives, blah blah blah, and be a responsible pet owner, whatever. Like, that's not exactly what he said, but it was like something of that effect. But he ends it with like, I'll help you just like you might be able to help me one day. And then it cuts to another like thing that just shows the two fish as like grown adults going, I don't care how well you make the I don't care how much it costs, make this man well again. All it just cuts to is just Peter going, thank you, fish. Is that really what my streams have devolved into? Just explaining random Family Guy cutaway bits? Like, I don't know why I just felt the need to explain the entire bit to you guys. Alright, well, do that. Oh, we're going in there now. We saw that earlier. Did I go down here? No, we didn't. Yoink. Ooh, another stainless relic. I wonder how many of those I need to... Yeah, that's fair enough. We're not too far away from where we died, so that's fine. It was over here. Yeah, I see why I died already. Welp. Shit. Oh, we did get a shortcut. Where was that shortcut, though? was like on the other side of this building. So it's pretty much either I die again, lose all my microplastics, or hopefully I find that shortcut, because getting up is going to be so annoying. Wasn't one of them right here? Oh, there it is. Bet. Perfect. Actually, that might be a better way to get back if I die again. Go into that shell instead of the other one. Now, I have to go back to the village at some point and talk to the blacksmith and see how much it'll cost to upgrade my sword again. That's awful. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right, this is how we're playing this? All right, cool. Actually, this is just the beginning. Why don't I just go back and teleport? Just in case. Oh, yeah. I remember liking that better. I wonder if there was a reason I haven't been using that. Oh, well. Yeah, one thing I definitely need to do at some point, this is just random to bring up. One thing I definitely want to do at some point is definitely start. So let me back up. So in 2025, I made the transition to this new hairstyle. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I wanted to experiment with hairstyles, and it was very much a resounding, this is the best hairstyle you have chosen ever for your VTuber. So I think it's here. No, here. Okay, we'll go with Story Chamber a second and go back to what we were doing, but I do want to go back to the lower quest and go to the blacksmith. So I went ahead and did the hairstyle change. I pretty much was like, all right, bet we'll go ahead and ensure that I can keep this hairstyle and put it on all my... Okay, we need 4 of them. So I transitioned all the hairstyle clothing, and then I did again because then I got a upgrade to my VTuber that is of the spicy variety, if you catch my drift. I won't go into too much extra details, but that's pretty much the second big upgrade I did in 2025. So then I I also do pretty much, for the most part, upload almost all my models to VRChat because I do like to make content in VRChat, and sometimes I actively play VRChat, and I love to just have my VTuber in there because of it. But then I kind of realized that like an issue that I had with the hair was that I kind of had to have the brightness of my VTuber up a lot in order to make it look exactly like this. Oh, all right. Looks like we can get into the power center through here. Are you coming with me? After you've been so helpful getting us through this place, you deserve to do the honors. Your quest culminates here, and I wouldn't rob you of that, you know? Yeah, I figured. You know, pal, I've been thinking. This place has really changed my mind on a few things. Like, maybe even rich guys can make mistakes after all. Things are really screwed up for the crabs around here. They're living, like, super sad lives. Clearly, even a genius like Roland can lose sight of what's important. I see only one way to fix things around here. I've got to get as rich as Roland so I can then donate a lot of that money towards making things better. That way, I'll be super rich, but also be like a good person, you know? Why not just let the people who need it have the money in the first place? Well, who says they know what to do with it? It's like they say, teach a fish to drive. Wait, how's it go? Anyway, I'm making this ideology my whole identity now. Let's get that treasure and save the world, pal. You gotta love the real life, like, comparisons in this game about a silly little crab just trying to get his home back. But yeah, so I noticed that like I really needed to have my VTuber brightness to have this type of hairstyle where it's like the normal green, but then these lighter parts right here, like, excuse me. So I pretty much had to make it in Vroid to where it was the exact hair color that was showing on screen that I wanted, because people really like these three little bits right here whenever they mention them. And so I really want to make it keep that way, but at the same time change the hair color itself a little bit, which is fine. But the issue is that now I pretty much need to go through and get every single outfit updated for a third time in the last 6 months to reflect this new hairstyle, which is fine, because man, I really haven't given myself to really do it. I literally randomly, so this outfit wasn't updated for it, and I literally randomly decided, like, you know what, right before stream I'm just gonna add this, because I've been kind of doing the same 3 outfits over and over, and I don't really want to keep doing that. Maybe this weekend I'll fix that. I don't know.
The world these days is dark and mean.
Yeah.
Even the water tastes unclean.
Correct.
And even those you love and trust would rip your limbs off if they must. Like Mr. R, the one in charge, who scrapped our homes to build his barge. But don't be gloomy, glum, or sad, 'cause down in here, it's not so bad. Save crying for another day. Forget it all. Come on, let's play.
Oh, okay. Balti the Accumulator. I doubt I could parry that. Can I just walk up to you and just start smacking? Oh, I can. That's fair enough. Nice, that was a lot of damage. Holy shit.
I'm having so much fun! 'Cause 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 even know what this one does.
Excuse me? Uh-oh. Yeah, I did not expect to see a magic wand just show up in here.
Woo,
That's
I'm getting
crazy.
tingles.
It's a fucking Wi-Fi extender? That's awesome. Alright, I'm getting the patterns a little bit.
I made us a snack.
Where are you getting the bread for this? Damn. What if I grab a fuse and I could actually, like, deflect?
You're the best playmate ever. No one else stayed awake this long.
Ah, awake, yes. What do you mean that does damage to me? Are you kidding me? Ah, well. All right, we won.
Thanks for playing with me.
Okay, that's fucked up. I didn't like that. Call upon a playful eel to shock nearby enemies or power certain equipment. Okay, so we did get an ability for that. Got it. And not big on that. That was fucked. What am I trying to elect? Ah. Wait, am I gonna be the battery? Well, now, before anything, we do have a spot we need to go back to. Now that we have this newfound ability. Maybe sorting chamber would be best to get to where I need to go? I don't remember. Okay. I do think that it's in this direction, probably. Wait, why is it saying I picked up my shells? I haven't died. Or I must not have. I 100% did. So it's a little bizarre that the game is saying otherwise, but okay. But it shows this way. And up. Trying to remember. Ah, yeah, it was over here. Oh, there was a shell over here. Damn it. Oh, well. Yeah, now what? On second thought, maybe there were two of them. Alright, was this treasure worth it to come in here and fight those things? Ooh, yes, actually. A shell from a forgotten time inscribed with knowledge. Umami charges increased. Perfect. Yeah, now what? Guess he just doesn't have extra dialogue. I'm trying to remember. There's at least one other spot that I know for a fact we've seen those, but I don't remember the rest. Might have to explore around or like maybe just say fuck it and Google them at some point. Let's see if I can remember. Teleport. No, I think it was in the shallows somewhere. This is what sucks about not playing a game for like 5 months and then expecting to remember stuff. Ooh, I don't remember the game having like this good music. What the hell? It was like somewhere over here, I want to say. Like, was it up there? Go away. Hmm. Fish, are you glitching out? How do I get up there again? Hmm. I'm just like, man, I really don't remember this map, actually. No, not over here. Hmm. Alright then. Well, I can't find it. Now, granted, I haven't looked the most, so... But I think what I'm gonna do... I do kind of want to wrap up now, because we did make a lot of good progress. And it's getting a little uncomfortably warm in my room. So... do one level up. Let's get a little bit more vitality. And then let's end this by teleporting first to the Moonshell's domain. Okay. Oh, I can learn like the rest of them, right? Many scholars describe umami as what makes up a living creature's soul. This is not entirely correct. Or to describe it as such is to imply a firm barrier between the soul and the body. And furthermore, between a creature's existence and that of the ocean itself. But there is no such barrier. Umami is not each living creature, it is all. To the hermit crab, and though the hermit crab stares confusedly at his mentor, he instinctively understands this more and more with each skill he learns. So what does this do? Being an umami with an umami-based attack will restore an umami charge and temporarily oh, nice, okay. Do this one. The hermit crab seems to have become something more than a crab. For what crab exists that does not rely on their shell's toughness to stay alive? But his very flesh has become capable of deflecting the most powerful blows. It could be said that this little crab survives in defiance of nature itself. Finally. Play the way of the predator. Oh, no thing for that? Just, alright, here you go. Damn, that's upsetting. That's all of them. Oh man, no like extra dialogue to be like, oh, good job for learning all of the skills. There is nothing more that I could teach you, little hermit crab. Oh, the guy that was over here. left. I remember that we were like going along with another warrior and we were like, all right, well, we're just gonna keep going. And they expected this big old like mentor potential. But then I became the pupil and they kind of got scoffed off because this guy thought they were annoying. I never thought I made such an enthusiastic student. Ah, the electric eel. So intriguing. Powerful shocks. This one can't quarantine people because AI. I mean, I've looked into it and it doesn't really seem like AI was used in the final game. Unfortunately, it was used in the demo, the first demo, but as far as I could tell, it has not touched the final game. But that's still up to you to decide how you want to handle that. Powerful shocks that are used not only for stunning prey, but for electrolocation. I dare say, they'd be nearly blind without it. But enough about that. Here's what kill things, no? Alright, well, I can't really... Because of the war... Oh, yeah! I think I could do this. All right, first one, easy. Oh, I just wasted that health. I realized I didn't even take damage. Nice. This is kind of a cool thing that it's like, hey, can you maybe handle these maybe you could handle these bosses on your own or on their own, but can you handle them 3 in a row? Night Chuckle. Have a good night, Savannah. There we go. Is that an immediate? Okay, no, it just does a lot of damage. Yeah, this is really cool to just be like, hey, fight 3 bosses you already fought, but back to back in a pseudo boss rush kind of deal. Really neat. Oh, this one was annoying, actually. I don't know if I could handle this one. Actually, now that I'm remembering it, this boss was really only annoying because he had henchmen in the first go around. Once the henchmen were gone, he pretty much was just baby mode. There we go. Barely need to use any health items too. Retro. Krill's original design in Kratz Field, as tough as nails, RPG released for the Cray Station in 1994. Change costumes in the status menu. That looks neat. That's fun. Now, is there any more boss rush? No. Okay. All right. do like that you could do this too. We could just refight the bosses if you so feel you need to. All right, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. Oh, we pretty much got most of the crystals for most of the areas. Shallows needs 9 more. Missing a lot in Sands Between, that's fair. Missing 1 more in Expired Grove and 30 in Flotsam Vale. That, nice. Here's what I'm gonna do, all right? So somewhere between this time and next time I stream this, I'll look up a little guide to see what areas that we've seen thus far have a use for the ability we just got. So that next time we stream it, I could just go bop, 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 and just go down the list and then continue from there. So I think that's what we'll do. I will not be streaming this on Friday because I do have a collab set up. I do have a collab set up that is going to be with Issa and some lovely other individuals that we're pretty much going to be going ahead and playing, what's it called? Let's get First Class Trouble. First Class Trouble is a game that I played like once when I played it with the Gigglepuss Gang, streamer that I used to do a lot with. So I played it once and then waited for potential invitations to play it again. Never got the opportunity to play it again. So yeah, I don't think I'll be good at the game, but honestly, it's just gonna be rousing fun. It's an Among Us type game where you're doing tasks, you're trying to figure out who's who, all that fun stuff. So that's gonna be on Friday, where we're gonna be playing that. Normal stream time, I'm pretty sure. And then maybe I'll do a weekend stream. I mean, I am kind of thinking of the potential of maybe doing a daytime stream tomorrow or Friday, doing whatever. But if I don't do those, maybe I'll do one on the weekend where I go ahead and play more Banjo-Kazooie. And then Monday will be continuing Age of Imprisonment. So that's the plan at the moment. So we won't likely play another Crab's Treasure again until next Wednesday. And I don't know how far we are in the game. Maybe halfway. Maybe we're beating it soon. I don't know. But it was good to start it back up. I do feel like skill was pretty good overall. And I was having a good time. So I definitely can't wait to continue it. Yeah. I do hope that everyone has a lovely rest of your night. I will see you Friday. And then, yeah. YouTube chat, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. So I can figure out who we're going to raid on the lovely Twitch end of things. See you soon, YouTube.